Morning. If you haven't seen the joint connection, it is up. Okay, FYI, it is up. We will place the list above. And I'm hoping nobody can hear the noise next door because we have a noisy neighbour at the moment. Look at that. Doesn't that look dodgy? I'm not here. We'll show the cards. We'll be like, how are we doing? So for those of you that haven't joined our members, I might just take that down for a tick. Hey, Ben, I've been missing you. We'll have to catch up sometime. I may take the banner off that's scrolling across. It's just really irritating me. How are the business ventures going? How's Tribe, the kids? Okay, we're going to get our super chat. So I was going to do an energy update. Miss you too, mate. Energy-wise, over the last 2 months, we have gone through massive transitions, which is an absolute understatement. The Scorpionic energy, which is almost, it feels a little bit like shadow work. It's Hades. The nodes are going to shift next month. We're already feeling that. A lot of people have been saying they've been having issues sleeping, and it's a lot of third eye activation. So, you know, it's your heart chakra, it's your third eye. There could have been some headaches, base chakra as well, because we are actually shifting, and some of us are feeling a little bit uncentered. Let's put it this way. The kids are okay, but I'm still unfolding things. It has been, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about you. I was like, how's Ben traveling? How's Ben traveling with his spiritual changes? So for those of you that aren't in the members, I highly advise you do, especially because we're going through a massive transition at the moment. And I have been doing regular coaching sessions for the members with I can't say triggers, but blockages that are occurring in our life, in our path. And some conundrums that we come up with. So I've regularly been popping in. We did a random live yesterday, you know, because I read the Discord and see where people are at spiritually. So that, you know, my goal is to get you guys where you need to be and to give you the best resources, be it spiritual, astrology, chakra, or personal experiences through my awakening. I do share. So we have been in there quite actively this month. Now, with these changes, I did say during the Gemini moon, a lot of you are going to want to make major decisions, but the aspects are making it very difficult. It's almost like in that mercurial energy. What we could see is distortion with information, cross wires with information. Mars happened to be in that location, so we're revisiting that frequency with that new moon. And easy, you would need to really give it, I would say, 3 to 4 days before things are going to make sense. The other thing I can say is as we do move further into the month, we are having both Saturn and Neptune going retrograde. And generally speaking, you know, when it goes retrograde, if we haven't been in alignment, you know, Saturn, the Lord of a restriction, it can be making us maybe view circumstances of our own social responsibilities and where they're restricting us, or how we can better manage those circumstances. And Neptune in the mix of it can be the dreams, but it's almost like a reality check. So where we are in our life, we could be almost exhibiting the Virgoian energy of, no, I need the devil in the detail. I need it to be realistic. The other thing you can find is you are not motivated. You don't want to work. We want to win lotto. We want to just, you know, have a simpler life. Over here, we call it Powerball. It's like one Powerball and I'm gone. And that's because Pisces in the 12th house, our bodies are going to need to have rest, but at the same time, it's almost we do have work to do. Now, a lot of people are trying to manifest in brand new beginnings. The difficulty is because Pluto has moved back into Capricorn, and it's going to be there pretty much till the end of the year. It's going to revisit between both signs, especially next year. We're revisiting old circumstances. So effectively, in order to have your new beginning, there's like a cleaning up. It's almost like, okay, in order for me to have that new beginning, I may need to deal with some old details of the past. These don't have to be bad things. We could have a very rigid, traditional viewpoint and value on things. However, wherever that falls in your chart, go back to your zodiac signs, because I've actually mentioned it and given you tips inside your star signs. And it's really going to aid you in preparation for the following months of what I see for your zodiac at a base level. And, really look at your sun, moon, and rising. I mean, Venus at the moment in the house of Leo. Venus can be Venus between now and next month is going to be bloody interesting, especially as Jupiter goes retrograde. You really want to look out for that one, because it's almost like that expansion, that reach, that growth, be it economically. Again, I can't advise you economically, but I'm speaking in relationship to the astrology. You can find it's going to restrict it and it's going to pull it in. So it's really the hard work that we do now. Venus is direct at the moment, but the last Mercury retrograde we had was in a Venus sign. Usually I find as Venus goes direct, we tend to see that after the fact. It's almost like the damage, the mess. It's a little bit like Mercury retrograde. We've got to clean things up. We're redirecting, tidying up bills, tidying up our emotions and our bodies and our feelings. So Neptune going retrograde. I would say it's a good time to clear your homes. I would also say it is a good time to use your crystals to keep your hydration up, to make sure that you are, I'd avoid amethyst if possible. If you have no control of your third eye and you are very susceptible to energy, I would definitely use, I would say clear quartz. I would do clearing in your home. You can do an energy clearing with a meditation video. The other thing I would do is spiritual baths. Infusions in your bath to add to you. And, the food groups, if you're feeling aggressive, I would probably avoid the red food groups and the orange food groups, be it you're a meat eater or a vegetarian. As the nodes move in next month, be careful of the red food groups, as well as we're adjusting into that, because we're really going to be quite zealous. But I think mid-month, a lot of us are going to effectively feel that vibration and, be really putting our foot down with certain individuals to make very solid decisions. As I mentioned with the moon, give it a couple of days. If you're needing to make any major decisions, you can do it then. What other piece of advice can I give you? Psychic attacks and dream states are going to be very profound at the moment. So it can be anything to, depending on who you are as a person and how you experience energy. Some of you could be seeing passed over loved ones. Some of you could be seeing energies from your peripheral. You could be having nightmares. Again, avoid the caffeine prior to bed or chocolate. That's going to heighten that experience. Amethyst also can help clear, but it also can open you up a bit. So if you're feeling run down, it's not a good time to do like channeled energy. It's probably a better time to sit and be. Once you are in alignment, you then can do that. Cord cutting also, a lot of people from the past are going to be coming back, and that's because Pluto has moved back into Capricorn. So anyone you knew over the last 20, 25 years, I guarantee you can be revisiting it, reviewing it. If you did have a falling out with a person, be it was a family member, a sibling, especially because we had the moon in Sagittarius, more than likely you can, again, be revisiting it. And it can change, okay? So we are going to be looking at that. Again, although Venus is not retrograde yet, we're getting the themes of it. And this can relate to marriages, contracts, partnerships. It can be creativity. It can be subjects with your children. We're going to see a lot of people getting married. The one FYI I would give is marriages do not bode best during a Venus retrograde. You want to make sure that is well and truly direct. studies have shown that they actually do cause quite a lot of drama. So there's going to be separations. There's going to be reconciliations. Is it a good time to deal with an ex? Yes, it is. Okay, because it's reviewing. It's like a renegotiation of the contract, be it you're in a couple gem or you are healing from a past love. It's going to help you review that in a healthier way, whatever that circumstance was. It's also because of the 12th house there with Neptune and Pisces and your dreams that you're wanting. You may feel at times it's absolutely impossible. There's no way something good can come out of this. And it's really because of the 12th house. We get stuck in our heads. It creates psychology associated to it, and it makes us feel that it's impossible. But Saturn and Neptune together in its retrograde is going to be where we auto-direct, restructure, re-implement those ideas and have some breakthroughs. And a lot of times I found with Neptune retrograde, offerings, Sky is bringing us offerings. A lot of time with the retrogrades, I tend to find solutions to problems, so it can be quite positive. We can be more inclined to have what I say to Kerry, one of my beautiful Patreons, sippy, is we want to go into pacifiers. So that can be drinking. I don't denote or promote. It can be smoking, you name it. So it's things that we use to cope with our stress levels. You could be burning that midnight oil and going to extremes with caffeine. You may be feeling stressed, and so your notion of unwinding might be to have a drink after work or to eat emotions. Just have that self-awareness that that's possible, but also that can become heightened. But it's also a really great time where you can find with those two planets directly retrograde that once they do go retrograde, because we're having one on the 17th, one on the 30th, that with those joint, you're going to find it's easier to kick habits. Now, you would always want to look at Venus at the moment. I would say heart chakra dynamics are going to be pretty important. If you do have ailments, always pay attention to it. If you feel that something's off, go and seek professional help. But looking after your heart chakra at this point in time, we may see in the media that people are transitioning because of such. So to care for it, to look after it. The other hard dynamic at the moment is we are having so many squares this month. So you may feel you're going 10 steps forward and 20 steps back. It's not necessarily that you aren't getting anywhere, but you're finding things that need addressing. And it's just about trying to be patient with yourself during that. Everyone's experiencing it. And we can have some more context as we do move into the following month. Let's get into the super chats. Yeah, good old Pluto. Whenever I see the grandmother energy, it's Pluto. Okay, who do we have first? Sorry, Giggle, running on. I just wanted to give you guys some. I'll get rid of this banner. And we will put the super chat link back up. Hi, Kerry. How you doing, doll? There you go. Ben Kerry was actually asking about you the other day. She's like, how's Ben doing? So Ben's back in the house. We'll have to catch up soon. Thanks, Giggle. Okay, so we have Dawn. I don't know if you've fallen asleep, Dawn. I'm sorry. I have started to make these quite late because I am working 7 days a week. But I didn't want to completely disconnect. I've been very productive in getting content. I'm trying to get things quite organized so I can move on to more than likely, a lot of us during the retrogrades, we will be restructuring. We will be looking at, okay, what's valued, what's not. I know that Dawn has a business venture that she's working on. Not yet. Okay, let's get into it. You're lucky you were first, Dawn. She's like, hurry up, Yildiz. Oh, okay. You got some money coming in, girl. Social events, money, love. Okay. Okay, something to do with your mum. I don't think anything bad. I do feel you're going to have a candid conversation with her. And I think it can be quite a positive one. You're having ups and downs with things. But ultimately, you're like, you want a change. And so you're adamant you're going to have a change. You're trying to take a different approach. You do have patience. It's not that. I do hear a lot of phone calls, and I feel it can be friends, it can be people that maybe are spiritually inclined, similar to you, and they're connecting in with you. They're trying to give you some spiritual advice. You're taking it on board and you're listening, but you're also having your own experience as well. And I feel at the moment you're holding your cards close to your chest. You're being very protective with your heart space. I do feel also, I'm hearing the term child, but it's on your side. I feel you could be having some news coming from a child that you have, something that's going on in their life. Tell me about it. I do feel twin is up and down, but I do feel twin is going through their own simulation at the moment. And, you're like, when was the last time something looked, pleasant? Okay. But I do still feel the vibration that this person is changing and they are going to become more open. I do feel they are as frustrated as you when it does come to the communication style inside the connection. At times they feel that you are going to leave, but then you get quite worried and you feel that they're going to leave. That can be moving home, moving locations. I think both parties here, and they're making reference to a party, and I don't know what this context is, be it it's a birthday party, be it it's a social event that you're going to. It's going to come back, Dawn. I do feel this person is going to be doing a road trip, but I also see you doing a road trip. And I think while they're on that road trip, they're thinking about you quite a lot. They're also thinking about the conflict that both of you have had, but they're quite reminiscent of this. There's a lot of reminiscing. They've been quite down for a long time, and they're aware of that. I do feel the karmic third party has been suggesting travel, a move, a different location. And I think this is causing a lot of anxiousness for them because it's not resonating with them. They don't really want to go anywhere. They've been trying to keep things in the status quo because they know eventually they do want to leave this situation, but now it's almost like it's being forced upon them to deal with the past so that they have to make a decision. I also feel what directly is triggering your twin is the fact that other people are talking to you and you're connecting to the world. You're having that spiritual freedom. You're building on your life and you are sticking up for yourself. Like they're not angry that you stick up for yourself, but they do feel at times you are quite your own person, and they feel sometimes that you're slipping through their fingers. Okay, he went on a road trip. Haven't seen him since. Yeah, a lot of meditation, a lot of thinking. Does have romantic feelings towards you. They know that they do actually box their heart off towards you and they think too much. But it's only after the fact, especially when you guys are having conflict, that they directly are thinking about it and kicking themselves. They're like, gosh, did it have to be that way? Why does it keep being this way? The thing that is actually pressuring them, I feel directly, is transformation happening inside the karmic connection, and they're not liking it. They do actually, could they handle a road trip with you? That yes, they could. With the karmic, they find it's quite micromanaged, and if you even just as friends were to do a road trip, they feel there's so many interruptions, it causes more conflict and it just does their head in. That's such an Australian thing to say. And they also feel quite smothered when they are mixing with this person. But it's because they're not honouring their feelings of where they stand in the connection. Who parties? Well, my twin would party at 9 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, that's another thing. My neighbours are having a party. But you have a social event that's coming up and it's going to be something to celebrate. Okay, they're making reference to it. I should check your chart, actually. Let me have a look. Yes. Dawn, what are you eating? Okay, there is a potential of overindulgence here. Venus retrograde in your third house can actually help you review contracts, review your communication style. Gossip can come in, deep conversations of the past, but also emotional eating is possible. I just want to tell you. Eating, drinking. Yeah, there you go. Why? Because of stresses. Dawn's like, shush, Yildiz. It's not so. I still see you being fit as a fiddle. I honestly do. I don't know what you're doing. I'm going on a weekend away with friends in July. So you're going to party. You're going to party. It's there. But there is going to be some social gatherings. This can be the closer we get to the end of the month. And this could just be an invitation, conversations about such. Could be a birthday coming. I do think your daughter's going to have some news. This can be something of a surprise, but it's quite close. I'm hearing if she doesn't tell you now, it's within the next 3 months. Okay. Something's going down in the karmic relationship. I can definitely tell you that. I do feel they're going to talk to you again. So I would say don't stress too much about that. Shasta. Did I get it right? Giggle, did I get it right? She's like, no, Yildiz. Bloody camera. She's like, no. Watermelon and chocolate. No, you bad girl. I actually was going to get a picture of a cake and put it up here. Because I tend to, daughter lost her job. I get good vibes happening around her, so tell her to be quite positive. Anything that is supposed to be leaving, generally it's because I don't want the heading there. And we need to go block. Is that a bit better? Yeah, I think so. It's a bit better. It's a bit like off to the corner. Yeah, more than likely it's going to ease up. Shasta. I got it right. What's that thing? They've got one over here. You probably know. You've probably heard it. It's Shazza. You're like, Yildiz, if I didn't like you, I'd whoop you. I'd whoop you, Yildiz. How you doing, girl? Oh, what's coming up with you? What do you want me to look at? You got prayer feather. Are you having psychic downloads? Or are you... you feel protected. You do feel protected. Okay, let me tune into it. Have you spoken to this individual recently? Because it feels like a conversation. Ooh, better. What? The ooh better for the sign or the ooh better that I can actually say her beautiful name now that I was desiccating for a couple of months? Okay, so you got prayer feather. This can feel like some dreams coming true, reassessing dreams. I actually see that you are quite protected. Your intuitive energy is really going to guide you very well at the moment, love, especially into next month. You're an Aquarian, aren't you? Aren't you an Aquarian? You can call me Shazza. Shazza. Shasta. Such a attractive name. Feel pretty good. Yes, we are. Yeah, because I feel the communication, it's getting lighter. It feels, but you're handling it so differently to eons ago. Okay. They've actually noticed that. They're feeling a bit more open and receptive towards you. Very reminiscent. I don't know why I get a bit of competition's coming. Yeah, the Leo. Well, the Venus is Pluto, right? So you personally are going to have some role changes. That's where I was picking the Aquarius, where it was landing, because Pluto was an Aquarius. So, did you find when Pluto was an Aquarius previous to the 11th that your communication style was more fluid? Or did you find it more difficult? Because that's going to be the key to your future, because Pluto is going to be there for 20 years. But the good thing is the chemistry will be insane. We're talking about Plutonian relationships, which I may make some education videos on it, some courses. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, I just get this vibe that while you're vibing and you guys are actually gelling quite well and you're very detached with it, you're like, going with the flow. I actually see some other people coming in that are quite interested in you, and this is going to cause a little bit of jealousy in your twin. But I do for other people, and you're kind of like, where the hell did that come from? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think you manifested a little bit too well. You're like, how did I manifest this in? What have I done? It just feels like, everyone's coming out of the woodworks and you're like, wow, okay, that's interesting. I do see other people in the surrounding that are quite keen on you, but they're observing. I don't know if these individuals know that you had a connection to a degree previously, but they're noticing that there's chemistry between you. There is one or two people in that circle that are quite keen on you, and I think they may make a move. But I'm definitely seeing people from the past coming in where it's gonna. You've manifested a bit too well, Dal. Okay, I just want to say that. Something to do with a karmic situation is going to crop up. Again, you feel very protected. You're very detached with it. You're like, okay, if you want to do karmic, you can do karmic. You're not doing karmic. You're just being you. There is a crossroad here, but it's not for you. I think it's on their side of the fence where, they're kind of like, oh, I want to move forward. That's their vibration. They're wanting to move forward, to have the courage to deal with it. They're very reminiscent of you. But in the context, they're sort of like in between a rock and a hard place. But it's almost like they're not paying too much attention to a karmic cycle. They're almost dreaming the future, yet thinking about the future over being present in the present, like in their own personal life. It's a little bit stagnant, and they know it is. Okay, they're making reference to the fact that you're very intuitive, that you are very driven. This can be in your career, and so that they're really noticing something's changed in you. They're quite impressed. But definitely I can see at least 3 energies coming towards you. Like I said, I think you're going to get a little bit more than you bargained for. This person is meditating upon you. They may not be articulating a lot, but I could say that there could be slight insinuendos that do come through where they're opening up. If you have sent them a text message or anything to that degree, it feels like they're going over old text messages, old conversations, and they're reviewing those things. Are they with the karmic? Because I feel like if they are, it's very stagnant. It's almost like detached. Might be stuck in the friends. That's not the way they're looking at you here. Universe usually gives you a hand love, and that's why they send you other people, so that the person wakes up and goes, we're not friends, because you're jealous. Hey, welcome, love. You might be stuck in the friend zone. Don't be afraid. Just party and bullshit, girl. Don't show yourself to be the only one. Like, don't take the role of the counselor in a connection, even in a friendship zone. Be playful, be vital, be open that you're excited about your life, and it's intoxicating. Do you get my gist? But that's not what's coming through in the cards. What's coming through in the cards is this person is really enjoying it. Really, they're lowering their guard, and that's the first key to it. You have to get the guard to lower. Okay? Giggle. Okay, I should have some drums to cause panic, obviously, or that monkey with the drums. We should get that. What do we have for giggle? Let's pull you a crowning energy. Ooh, this person's all up in your energy. Don't be surprised if you have some. That's good. Keep it that way. Just keep flowing. Keep flowing. Definitely you're going to see, I can say, Shashta. Shashta. You're going to have a big breakthrough between now and next month. So get ready for it. Look out for that moon. And I heard the song, Come On Baby, Light My Fire. Okay. Oh, the Capricorn energy. Yeah, it's like right there. Probably look to their nodal energy in their chart. I would also look to their Pluto location. Because I'm saying Capricorn. So wherever Capricorn is on the chart, something big's happening there. That's okay, beautiful. Take care, eh? Enjoy the energy. Like, yeah, I'd say near the I'm pretty sure we have 3 moons. Let me double check. I'll pull you a date before I go on to giggles. Okay, so where are we? Lionsgate portal's going to be very unique. Okay. Oh, God. Mars and Virgo. Yeah, we're going to be critical with that. August. Okay, big transitions. I would say for you, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, by the end of July. Big change. Big change. That can also be in your career. But it's good timing because we've had time to adjust to the Venus. Okay, so you've got the Plutonian energy here, Giggle. You've been patient. You're having a lot of downloads. You're Pluto and Libra. Okay. So that can be a positive thing. Jupiter in Capricorn. Yes, movement forward, moving beyond the fair. Because we've got the grandmother energy in astrology is usually the Pluto energy. We usually have grandparents linking to Pluto. Look, what we've got is you being patient at the moment, but you're like, oh my God. Like you are being patient. You know inevitably you're going to hear from this person, but you have this frequency that something big is shifting. Okay, you've had a new perspective on success. You've had a breakthrough through the heart chakra. Okay, I'm going to pull some. Yours is a really weird reading. Okay, I think this is your twin. Okay, have they had luck in love? No, they haven't. Okay. Is there maybe a little bit of sulking? There could be. Like, am I cursed? Am I affecting this person? I do think they have been mulling over a lot of things. They understand your frustration that you're requiring change. And that's where it's coming from, is that things have changed, but this person has their guard up and it's making it difficult. They're aware they have their guard up. It's not that they're doing it intentionally. They actually do care about this connection quite a bit, and it's because of that reason they're wanting to really get it right. They're also trying to work out the analytics of how everything's going to fit, especially because at times there's a lot of pressure on their energy. The karmic may have contacted them, but they don't trust the karmic. They're not communicating. They're like, no, you're staying out in the cold. Look at this. Staying out in the cold. They know that in order to have this partnership be quite successful, that, you know, to a degree, it's the courage, it's the taking the lead, it's sending you mixed messages. They don't mean to send you mixed messages. So they're knowing that they need to change their approach. I see them coming in bearing gifts. It's like whatever they're bringing, it feels like a peace offering. You're like, when's this person gonna like get it together? I'm hearing 3 days, 3 weeks. Funny enough, I want to know. I'm going to pull a card because I don't know why I heard the term the karmic is a workplace, or it's something to do with work. This could be location, something that's affected their vibration. I feel they're putting their foot down. I think it's the hours. Could be the hours, the pay. Yeah, they're putting their foot down. There's a negotiation going on here. They do miss working from home. As long as it's not 3 a.m., that's classic. Well, what do we call it? For those of you that are sensitive, block your ears now, booty o'clock. Don't be calling me a booty o'clock. Ben's laughing. Are you laughing, Ben? Booty o'clock. Yeah, you're like, look, I'm out cold. I'm sleeping. Third eye. You got third eye here. Somebody's thinking about you quite a lot. I would say because you are picking up on what your twin is, they're really trying to work out how to get this right. They're being very critical on themselves at the moment. But the third eye, the tension point I'm getting from channeling their energy is very tight. They do have intent to reach out and communicate with you. It's like assimilation for them. So each time they come back and they're doing things differently with you. I mean, I'm so naughty, eh, Ben? But Ben gets my humour. We're both Australians. Well, technically we are. It's the Australian humour. It's a bit, I can't say it's dry. WA, we're a bit more uncouth over here. You know, we're a bit too many bogans, let's say. Mind you, Sally's like that. Definitely the person is single. Yeah, there are karmics that do try. This person is almost allergic to karmics. It makes them feel nauseated, okay? Guilt. Yes, there's guilt here for the way they treated you. Oh, this is good. In the context of you, they feel guilty for making you feel that. Hey, I'm in Queensland now, so my bogan. Anyone who wears black is a bogan. Anyone who has a ute is a bogan, apparently. Okay, you just like get your head clear. They know, okay? So you have told them get your head clear. You have, you know all the stuff that's gone down. They know that you know these things. So they're kind of feeling silly if they don't be like completely open and transparent. I'm really feeling as though they already have made their decision and they know that the only way this is going to fix is if they can get their head right so they can get their head in the A game, all right? That's what they feel. But a lot of headaches, like thinking. I can't say sooking or feeling like the victim in a circumstance. They're just very frustrated with themselves. Conflict at work and wanting to renegotiate that. That is another thing that is wearing them right down. But they are bringing an offer of some description. And you may find they're more open the next time round they are ready to communicate. Okay. Who do we have next? We have Leo next. How you doing, girl? Okay, who's the hungry one in the crowd? Is it you, Carrie? Somebody's hungry in the chat. Leonix, emotions have been coming up. You're trying to ride that wave. You're trying to ride it. It's been ups and downs. You're handling it a bit better, even though you probably don't believe that. Getting your nails done. Yeah, so emotions have been coming up. You need to get more fluid in your system. Doing them yourself. Oh, okay, so I don't need to talk to your technician. I've met all giggles technician or hair technician anyway, hairdresser. Absolutely love her. She's an absolute cracker. And we both give giggle crap then. Hey, Stella. No, you're not too late, sweet. Giggle will kick my butt, though. So will my twin. Okay, so there's a lot. Look, some of the burdens, I feel it's very close to burdens actually lifting. Well, Ben, we're going to feature some steak, mate, or some cake, okay? You got to get on the cake. It's quite normal. Started drinking more water. Yes, to keep your fluid up. Emotions are coming in. Good time to journal. Something's changing. It's quite big. You know that soon this stress is going to dissipate, okay? Because emotionally, this can be, you know, when we get to this point with the card, it literally gets to a point, it's such a burden it's unable to be carried. And that's why it's like, okay, is there A, is there something we can do about it? B, if there's not, what can I do that's more productive, that can keep me in the Zen space, so that that after I have my information that comes towards me, I can go from there. But there has been a lot on your plate. So the emotions are running high. The other way this can play out, especially with Venus and Leo, is that you find that some of that from a psychological point of view, you look over it, and then you just can't look at it anymore because you're so tired, and then you sleep, right? So it's universe always does it best, especially with the astrology. It's like, right, you're not listening. You're in assimilation. You're not honoring your body. So they put you MIA so that you have to be present. I do feel there's also going to be information that comes towards you. There's been a lot of triggers also to do with karmic third parties. Karmic energy in general, separations you've been through, where energy was given, where the conflict of interest was there. If somebody behaves in a certain way, does that mean that they don't love me? You do feel that your twin has been a bit MIA. You still feel that they are, I knew you were hungry. Were you hungry, Carrie? So you see this person as a, I picked it. You see this person as an ambitious person, as someone who can, be the king, be everything that you need them to be. But you're sort of wanting them to like take the bull by the horns and do things. You don't want to be in a relationship for the sake of a relationship. You'd rather not have one. But you do get confused by the mannerisms that this person is exhibiting, and you're kind of like, okay, what am I doing here? Is this actually going to go the distance? We share, a child together. Is that as simple as it is, or is there something else here in the mix that I'm not seeing? There are times you can communicate. Feel absolutely free to when you are having a thought process. You may request clarity from your twin. But there, at the moment, in the mix of this connection with everything else going on, there's too much silence. I'm hearing something that broke the camel's back. So it's like something's got to give. Ask the question. Yeah. This person did go through a stage where they felt they didn't know if they were coming or going with you, and it has caused the distance. But something's going on behind the scene, in your opinion, and it's causing some conflict. It's sort of like it's making you feel that they're investing or they're doing something different. It's making you paranoid. Let's put it that way. It's making you paranoid. Okay, your own personal energy. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of things to do with family. You feel somebody's lying to you. You feel something's off, something's not right. But they're also asking you to be truthful with yourself. It's like, is there something you could do? Is there something that's going on spiritually with you? You, again, still have those two roads open. And so you are looking at the two roads at the minute. I feel it will become clearer, but you know, in a manifestation sense, the best way, they always say, don't go to the shops hungry. Why? Is because we'll actually spend more. Spiritually, in a manifestation, when we're overwhelmed and run down, we're energetically not thinking correctly. We're not able to operate. It's a bit like we're the manager of our life. Go on, Carrie, you're giving me hunger pains. As soon as I looked at the chat, I was like, you. Go and eat, woman. Stop burning the cat. See, it's all that North Node coming for you. Go and eat. You're getting dizzy. Okay, they're coming back down to the things that you know that are going to need to be addressed in the twin flame path. And it's causing a bit of anxiousness because it's a long road. Do you get what I'm saying? In your mind, you're looking at all the P's and Q's that need addressing and it looks overwhelming. And you're like, do I have that much time? Where are you going? So because of that, you're manifesting in two stories, but it's coming through choppy. You need to get energetically grounded so you can look at it realistically. And look, a lot of times the outcomes that we directly see, we actually make those outcomes longer. Universe generally has a better road. And I have had to learn this so many times the hard way. I energetically think something's going to take a year and it happens in 24 hours. Why is that? Because us, in our humanistic mind, we have the ego attached, which is intuition, our personal experiences. We're looking at it. And so because we're viewing it, what tends to happen is we've created that simulation that is the only way it's going to occur. And 90% of the time, it pulls back into being different and opening up quicker, but you have to tune into what you want. You need to ask the question, you know that's not true, because a person is not going to smooch you if they feel you're their friend. They're just not. So the card that you had coming up was lying to thyself. Your emotions, your confidence, your belief. This needs to get into check because this person is saying through your cards that they know what went down in the past. They know they were a bugger, but when they have come to offer things to you, they're being like this because they feel they can't win. So you need to get very clear with what you want with them and be very direct. And if you can do that, you're going to see more movement. With the good behavior, you need to praise it. And then what is coming is this. But again, the thing that you spiritually have some psychology going on about is the road to get to that goal. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's going to be a long time. And it's like, not really. The living arrangements, etc. I won't go into grave detail. I'm speaking in code and I hope that helped. Kerry, go and eat. Are you outside, woman? Kerry, were your ears hurting this morning? I was talking about you. Giggle and I were like, we like Kerry. Kerry's lovely. I was saying Kerry is very strict on herself. She has the utmost best work ethics. Highly impressive. And she's like, Alan, you know, shucks, it's just work. Okay, you need to go and eat. Your mum's going to kick your butt, girl. I'm telling you. She'll come and eat. Come and eat. No, I gotta go do this. Should look at where the moons are. Oh, okay. You've had some ups and downs. Overall, you're pretty good. You might have got up in your head a bit. All right, you're probably looking forward to Tuesday. You've been thinking about different things, but it's been a lot of clearing, right? A lot of clearing. And then I call this, if you ever, any of you, find yourself suddenly, you know, you've had a shitty week and you obsessively clean or obsessively, oh, I'm so busy. I've got a lot to do. I'm doing it. What are you doing? You're in self-avoidance of an emotion. I do it myself. And sometimes it's the way we directly process those emotions. Ever seen men play games? Yeah, they're processing. Let them be. They're in their head. And it's like poking. I never quite got that until I was living all with my family. And oh God, we were like sardines in a tin. It was, I think it was back in a mini recession we had in Australia. And everyone moved in. It was just me with my daughter at one stage. And then it was the rest of them turned up. And my brother would always come home from work and he had a routine. He'd have a smoke. He'd make fish fingers. Used to drive me crazy because he'd eat them every day. And he would always play the game, PlayStation. And I had Guitar Hero. And I, being the stickler, was I have to do the cleaning. I have to do the cooking. Nobody does anything around here, you know, good old awakenings. And he went off to work and I was home early one day and I went, I'm going to whoop his ass. So I taught myself in one day and did not realise I was a left-hander. But yes, I'm ambidextrous, but I am predominantly left. I should have been a left-hander, but Mum forced me. It's your fault, Mum. So I was playing. He turned up, you know, had a smoke, had his drink. Unbeknownst to him, I trained myself. You just stay inside. What'd your mum say? Yildiz is nagging me. Anyway, so I picked the guitar up and he goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to whoop your ass. He started laughing. I whooped his ass. So sometimes it's good to get connected to your inner child. And I had never played the game. I trained the whole day and I whooped that boy's ass. Okay, so we have you thinking about the past, trying to get things into context. I'm hearing the term, hey, Sarah, Sarah. It's almost like you're kind of brushing it off, even though there are some things you're unpacking, which is healthy. It's not bad. It doesn't mean you're going backwards. Oh, yum. Now I can smell last night's pizza. Twin wanted pizza. I don't really want pizza. So we had, you've got the thoughts of the past, the things that went down, the third party energy, and you're thinking, hey, Sarah, cycles of life, because you're entering into a new chapter. You're on the right track. You could be second guessing yourself. I also do feel you're saying to yourself, I need to accept this. This person's never going to call me. This person's never going to have the courage. Did you have the courage? Each time you say that to yourself, what I want you to say to yourself in any circumstance, be it it's work-related dynamic, be it it's that life is going to change dynamic. You've seen how much it's changed over 1 year. And trust me, it's not staying the same. Come July, you can feel that your world's turning upside down. It had to change because this is where you got to. And this card is like, it's not manageable, right? So while that person is going through a transition, you're living in a more blissful life. You're also making decisions that are going to take you towards this not being a problem in your life anymore. Be that's emotional, psychological, physical, or financial. Work, living, friends, you're choosing strictly. You're like, I need to do what is going to be in my best. You know, you're being your manager now. So you're like, no, I have to do what's best for me. And inevitably, everything you've gone through that you never felt capable of, they also are going to go through. It's a natural cycle. When we hate something a lot, how many of us feel our circumstance with our twin is not changeable and it's status quo, it's the way it is? I can gospelly tell you money will not keep you with a person. I can gospelly tell you the candy shop won't keep you with a person. If you feel this person is not it, if you eat enough crap, you would give your house to them because you have reached closure that that's not for you. So when we say the other person won't go through the same as mine and they can't answer that call, it's actually completely incorrect because we changed and we didn't want to change at times. So it is a changeable. And you are compartmentalizing. You are excited about your new chapter, but at times you are going back into the psyche of maybe it's just never going to change. And, you know, you're open either way. Let me put it that way. You're open either way. You're going to get some gossip. More's coming through if it hasn't already. With the throat chakra, you're being careful again of what you say and they're guiding you to be. I'm not, okay. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what I'm hearing. But I'm also feeling as though whoever this person is, you're now able to X-ray people and see their full intents, and you're going to see a bit more. But I definitely feel gossip coming through. Okay, what else do I see? Get a shuffle along. Are we having fun, everyone? What'd you eat, Kerry? What sort of pie? What are we talking about here? Meat pie, fruit pie, cake pie? Giggle and I were talking about cakes earlier, so I tend to send cakes to Leo Nix or my daughter. Who else? To Giggle, like just anyone but me, because then they can eat it and I won't. Just images, videos. Okay, their cards are showing they're not having a great deal of fun. Could they be in victim consciousness at the moment? They could be. That particularly could be while you're picking up on the energy of not feeling the vibe of they would leave is because they're thinking it themselves. I'm chicken. Am I going to be able to do it? And the other thing we said is that we don't eat no standard pie. You know, it's the lavish. Okay, so twin hair in the mix is really thinking they do want to separate. The separation between you and them is actually affecting them. Something's going to wake them up. You also don't feel their place of employment, they're going to stay long. You feel something's changing there. You just don't see it. Trust your instincts. There's a plan here. It could be a tactical plan. Okay, what is this new chapter, please? In the mix of this path. I feel communication coming in. I feel this person's panicked that you're pulling away. Panicked. Something's activating them to be panicked. Could they have been sending out some information towards you through various sources to trigger you? Potentially. But again, I just feel that something is triggering them. This can be relating to their family. Could be a message. Somebody's getting their butt kicked. It could be from a father figure. Yeah, somebody's saying something to them. You have some advocates out there that are actually doing your work for you. I think whatever this is, I'm seeing 3 weeks. 3 weeks, communication. And I think more than likely it's to do with the fact that, you know, any assets you have, that communication that is going through, that's activating something. And I definitely see the family members actually having a very solid talk to this individual. Okay. Yes, but you are securing your chess pieces on the table, Kerry, and it's looking pretty good. Chicken and leek. Oh, my God, my favourite. I love making chicken and leek pie. Did Mum make it or did you buy it? I mean, I'm sure you have great bakeries over there. Marie. How are we doing, girl? Smudge ceremony. Oh, you're going through some clearing. You're going through some clearing. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I love making anything from scratch. Always tastes better. I'll go to a restaurant and have a meal and I'll go, right, when I go home, I'm going to make that. I usually can pick through smell, taste, and texture. And I can even tell them the herbs that are in it. Yes. Maybe psychics are good cooks. I don't. Okay, smudge ceremony. I just get that for you. Psychically, I feel there's a potential of large downloads. I don't know why they're making reference to the clouds. It could have been that you're looking up to Gaia to help you. But there's a man in the cloud in this image I'm looking at the moment. You could be seeing signs and synchronicities. Pay attention to them. They could be giving some messages in relation to alignment. If you've been having on and off these vibrations that somebody is like putting the evil eye on you, somebody has been thinking about you. I do feel you're protected, but it could just be affecting your aura. Do you get what I'm saying? Like ins and outs. This could be like an anxiety wave that comes over you, then it dissipates. It feels as though somebody has been trying to break through that barrier, that Zen zone. The star card is the outcome. Any hard work you're doing at the moment in your life. Thanks, Giggle. Any Zen zone you're trying to work through in your life. You've got some major plans. I feel you're reworking certain things, but I definitely feel this anxiety. Someone who's got a bit of juju on you. It's like they don't want you to succeed. If you have had road bumps and hurdles, all this work you're putting in is going to bring you success. And it's actually not going to stop the movement and the manifestation of this. But I feel this is an external individual. This could be somebody that's just in general jealous. They're making reference to, okay, this could be, do you have a sibling that is a sister? They're making reference to a female energy here. Love channel messages. They're really interesting. They're like, right, go over here. We're going to talk about that now. So do you have, this is either a sister or somebody who's close like such, but it's not quite close anyway. This is a female energy I'm picking. I do think this is a totally different subject matter. We'll have to establish that before I go further. Crack. You got the star card. You have abundance coming through, money coming to you in a big lump sum. I have a twin brother. There is a female energy here. Now, who is this? This could be a friend, but this is definitely a female energy, and they're very adamant. Look, it could be a mother energy, but they're saying no. Yeah, look, I even know when people are cooking certain things, Kerry. I'm like, oh, that tastes good, thanks. Usually, depending on if I'm just talking to that person. Okay, whoever this could be a karmic. This could be, but it could also be a female friend. Look, somehow, okay, is this a workplace? Because it's something to do with your success. And where you were the bottom of the barrel, you're going higher. But that wherever there is an energy where it's been out of balance, they're saying there's a shift in dynamic. So if you're at the bottom, you're going to the top. But there's a shift in dynamic. So if this is career, if this is a karmic, they're making reference to a feminine. Two-faced, very two-faced individual. You're going from one level to the next level, and they're saying you're getting your lady luck back. Okay, that's what they're making reference to, but they're definitely making reference to a female. I don't know why. Look, is there a distance between you and your love interests? Because that's bridging. Something needs to adjust there. There's something between a distance that it needs to be bridged. And I'm seeing this seesaw, but a shift is coming. It's like energies are moving closer. You're definitely going to have a good outcome, but this could, in the end, link to, this could be living together, merging families, possibly marriage. But I definitely see a distance at the moment, and it's bridging, okay? If they are in a karmic relationship, more than likely, if the karmic is either A, aware of you, or you've been tuning into your twin, you could be getting some of that juju. But I do see a lot of separation energy in that dynamic and a shift. There's a shift of some description here. You've definitely got great cards as the outcome. Let's look at communication coming in. You might have gone through a bit of a purge. This could have been previous tense, though, or most recently. Where you felt quite disillusioned surrounding, is it going to merge? Is it going to be, when's the separation going to break? There is a vibration that that person feels quite close. But again, you're wondering if they have the strength to end that contract. What zodiac are they? There is communication. So we are going to have communication. There is movement. Okay. But definitely if you had been thinking, you need to clear your energy. I would definitely change your train of thought. I think overall your energy is very positive. I do think they're going through I wouldn't say a hard time, a frustrating time. Their intuition is very focused on a current situation and separating from such, because it's not an alignment. But you do have really good card style. So these, regardless of where they land for you, that's what's coming. Okay. Keep your eye on your manifestation. That's what they're saying. Right? Lost faith. Yeah, look, Venus going up, ready to go retrograde. Saturn and Neptune going retrograde. I did mention at the beginning of this video, we're going to feel disillusioned. Know it's an energy field and look at the reasons why. Have courage to just let go. That guy has the best of intent for you. They're not there to kick our ass for the rest of our lives. They're here to give us the best that we need, not what we think we need. So trust it, because usually it turns out a lot better. Twin flame love potion. Better get a move on. I'm talking too much. Oh, okay, your energy feels good. Twin flame love potion, but I do get this feeling that I don't know. Is somebody irritating you? Your energy always feels great. You're on a mission. You're getting things done. You're quite level-headed with things. But what I do feel is the energy's around you. That's okay, doll. Moon and Gemini. How did that new moon go for you? Were you like, I'm going to liberate myself? I coached a lot of Geminis this month. My granddaughter actually is a Gemini Taurus. Poor child. Okay, so we have you. Look, overall, you're not going to let anything hold you down. You are open. You are a mass manifester. You do have good vibration. All right. There are some people around you that don't, which you're like, that's life. I don't know why I'm getting the Cinderella effect, but it feels like Lady Luck is coming your way. There has been some hurdles that you have actually been going through energetically in the heart space, but overall, you're still moving forward. You're still persevering. Do you get what I'm saying? You know that everything has a cycle. You know that, you're in awareness of that. It doesn't mean it's easy going through it, but at the same time, you're kind of leaving the bad juju and the bad luck. And I keep saying Cinderella, and it's almost like there's a wand and there's something kind of blessing you, something protecting you. So if you have been going through a funk, try and stay positive, because I do see, I'm visually seeing that an old chapter that was quite yucky and stagnant and muddy, it's dissipating, and it's like you're having a shift in perspective. You're having an energetic shift. It's not you're out ruling the connection, but you just open point blank zero. There has been some real bogged down energy. There is a vibration of romance coming towards you if it's not there already. Base level, you want the 10 of Cups. All right. You don't want the karmic cycle. Look, it's not so much we don't want the karmic cycle. It's that we can deal with hurdles and we can deal with disagreements and things like that, but we need movement. We need a cooperative energy to work with us. It's, yeah, cooperative energy. And you're ready. You're like, no, I'm going to make something happen in my life. I'm going to do this. I do feel spiritually and psychically you're moving to another level. I don't know why they're making reference. This can be two spiritual friends. They may be like, this can be a friend. It could be a spiritual community. There's a spiritual energy they're showing me. I'm seeing 2 to 3 individuals that are very happy at the level you're at. This could even be patrons or something to that degree. But it's a spiritual energy. What I'm physically seeing is you're going to go up a level in a different way. And, you know, going up doesn't mean we're better people. It just means your gifts are upgrading. And I think because of that, you're going to observe something differently. You have a very, very large reward ahead of you because of the spiritual work that you're doing in your own personal life and your twin flame path. I do see 2 roads. But I definitely feel that you're having you're just going forward. You're going forward no matter what. You're determined you're going forward. You're also raising the benchmark. So you're spiritually feeling could we get to a point this month and beyond where we are like, done or not, I'm bloody worth it? Yes, we could. Could it come through energetically for all of us where we can be a little bit egotistical? Is a possibility. Leo's there. It's the sun. We want to thrive. We want to move forward. There's always the pendulum, though. We've got to be careful for that, you know, the meeting in the middle. But definitely I see you viewing your life from a higher octave. Okay, so it's like, no, I am deserving. I'm done or not, I'm deserving. You better treat me right. You do have the 10 of Cups there. This is what you're manifesting in. You may know circumstances around your path where the blockages are. But again, I just feel you're like, no, I don't want to look at that. I've got to let go of looking at that. I need to move and allow Mother Nature to take its course so it can flow. Is your twin in a karmic relationship or are you in communication? I don't know why they're saying something to do with documentation. There could be a severing in some sense of a contract. Again, 3. They're mentioning 3. That could have been, yeah, 3. That's all they're saying. But there is a contract here that's going to be severed. We had communication, but out again. It'll come back again. It's because our nodes are coming closer. As the nodes go closer to Aries, it'll start being more frequent. But I'm hearing 3. That can be 3 days, 3 weeks. Not 3 years. They're saying don't even think about that. It's not 3 years. Big change. I definitely see a contract ending. Yeah, it's like a divorce because it felt like a piece of paper being signed. That could have been a workplace agreement, financial entanglement, divorce. But it's paperwork. Oh, they said 3. So tell me, come back and tell us if you do get communication on your birthday. Have detachment, though. Just go, I want every birthday, not one. Take that. Okay. So we have Tracy. Ooh, what's happening, Tracy? What do we have? Do we have Tracy in the house? And then we have Ben and Stella. Oof, okay. Okay, whatever I'm seeing here in the cards, Tracy, it feels pretty heavy. This could have been a cycle you went through. It might have been something that made you angry. It could have been the purgatory cycle. There's a lot of Mercury energy coming through in heart chakra. So I would definitely say you're being more assertive. I definitely see you being more assertive in your life and with things. I feel you putting your foot down with things, but this also could be things that you're keeping in your mind, things that you're thinking about. How have you been, Dal? Oh, I can probably, it's up to giggle. I can take one more. So hair spiritually, it's like this red energy. This could be passion, but it definitely feels assertive. It could be things that are frustrating you. You have a lot of blue cards on the table and green. Your outcome is the star card. So I would say from a Mercury point of view, especially because technically we have Venus and Mars in the house of Leo, your third eye is going to be very active, but it's also that Mercury zone where you're thinking this could be to do with life, very psychic, very susceptible to energy. You've got the Queen of Cups here, so you do need to protect your aura at the moment, especially with energy vampires around you, because there's a heat. There also could be your Kundalini activating at the moment. Again, I always call it dumping the junk, right? So the dumping the junk of those frequencies, I feel you're letting it go. But I do feel from a Mercury point of view, kind of going through a spiritual simulation. It's then that you're reconnecting to the higher heart chakra, and it's to do with the pain and the missing and the feeling and detachment. But you've got, then it's like bang, you're shifting out of it and it's go, go, go. And things are actually manifesting in for you. You may have an idea suddenly that comes to your mind or a physical breakthrough, and it feels good. This could be with marriages, contracts, partnerships. This is you taking a leap of faith. But it's a total different perspective. So it's going to be like day and night. And again, I do feel I'm hearing 2 weeks for you. 2 weeks, 2 days. I do feel good news coming in. Where it comes to love, yes, those subjects could have been coming up that were quite heavy, and there could have been some anger. And, anger's not bad. I had this really prophetic dream the other night, and, in my subconscious mind, I could look at it, but it was an energy clearing, and it was relating to mother. And it was really unique because we were viewing it. But then after, it's like I knew my own personal reality, but it was like my soul saying, no, you need to honor that vibration of what happened, because we just put it down because we empathized and understood. So your clearing has been pretty heavy, but it's going to give you the courage to get a lot done. It's going to give you the courage to step outside the box that you've been living in, because you're ready for change. And those changes are going to be very big. I feel a lot of luck coming your way. I mean, we got the star card. So, yeah, could you feel that this tower for you has been an ongoing circumstance? I would say so. But your breakthrough, especially relating to love, romance, your attitude and how you're going to tackle it, is going to be day and night. Okay, so I think this is great. I think it's positive. You may be the one to make the move. I'm just saying. But I definitely see great luck. Any delays with other projects or subjects you were dealing with? I feel you could be getting very frustrated. You're going to be assertive. You're going to take the bull by the horn and you're going to address it. And I think it will do you a service, especially if you can get it done before the end of this month. Let's go into Ben. Hey, Ben. Have you gone to sleep, Ben? What time is it over there? You're ahead of me, yeah? Twin always wanted to live in Queensland. He goes, if I'd live anywhere, it'd be Queensland. I was like, I don't know. We have found some other locations recently, which is similar. We love the bush. 1 p.m. Like, are we talking like afternoon? Like, yeah, it is 1 p.m. Arvo. What'd you have for lunch, Ben? Did you eat? What do you want me to look at, Dale? Oh. Well, I can tell. I'm not eating, I'm not drinking, my emotions are affecting me. You can do an aura upgrade, Ben, right? There are videos on YouTube that can actually help you protect your aura. And I would probably say, you know, getting into a slight routine. So that routine can be something as simple as, look, have some candy near your bloody bed if you have to get your, because I'm feeling tad faint, a tad bit faint. Would you let your kids not eat? No. Naughty Ben. I've got yeah, look, like I said, throw some pots, journalers, scream it out. Let's see what's coming through for yours. There's a lot of changes you've been through. You know, whenever we see fives, it's like, wow, what one do I meditate upon? You've got to let it out. I had a mediumship session. They should never do that, Ben. I was going to message you the other day. When your aura is really close, when a person transcends, how do I put it? Leaving that so that you energetically, usually your guides won't come through till they feel you're caring for yourself, because it depletes your aura. So usually a medium is going to understand that that is the wrong time. It's more a support session, a spiritual session. And you know her as well. You directly can channel her. But the thing is, she won't let you if she feels you need to be self-focused spiritually, because our loved ones are always with us. They never go. I mean, I have a lot of communication with my father who transcended over. He knew I was psychic from a child, and he pops in from here to there. It was literally a couple of days after he passed that he popped in, and he was in my previous home. And I walked in, I was having this out-of-body experience, and he said to me, I really like your office. And it was where I was doing a lot of the tarot readings and psychic readings. And I was like, okay, then. And he goes, yeah, I think I might just make myself at home here. And I was like, right. And while he was unwell, I had offered him several times to come to the house. And then when it was that time when he was going to transfer over, he goes, you know, I will haunt you. And I said, you know it, you can come and visit me anytime. So it's a 3D body. Technically, look, I've got a lot of memories from past life and coming into this lifetime. So the time frame our soul is here at this point is literally like 5 seconds. So it's almost like I remember saying goodbye to my previous family and saying, I'll see you in 5 minutes. That's what it was like. So you spiritually, it's us and the ego and the third eye that we believe that they're not here with us, but they actually are. And the reason that you are still here is because you have soul work. Your chapter's not over. Do you get what I'm saying? So, you know, that energy that comes through in a channeling, it's got to be timed right. So I had a medium session and I was told Lauren was my twin and that she was channeled and told me that she was... Oh, I don't think so. Look, you'll know when it's your twin. Can twins transcend over? They can. Twin flame energy, regardless, that person, if that person has chosen a time frame, it's usually because of in a past life, it was done vice versa. Okay. You may have transcended out before that person previously, but it could be that you have more spiritual work to do in this realm at this point in time, and there's a reason why you're supposed to be here. The communication with you will be there, but when our aura is down, what happens is when we're channeling a person, we also can bring in other energies. So we've got to be very careful. So you want to get your food content back up. You want to get well rested. And she's going to come to you in your dream state, but you also need to clear your home, because what can happen is through our crown, we become extremely susceptible to psychic attacks. And this month's going to be no different. You will find her energy will be the closest when it comes to birthdays of your children or yours, anniversaries, significant events, that person's energy will be with you. And, in certain cultures, they say, don't bring the person back down. Why is that? Because it unsettles the soul. The soul knows when to come in because the soul's acting like an angel guide and they're going to come back in. In certain European traditions, you are allowed 40 days for mourning, and on other days it's like you need to leave that soul alone so the soul rests, because they did their work on this shitty plane, right? And they're like, give a soul a break. Metaphorically, she still does the light switch almost every night, and she's saying, look, and it's the same as when we see the signs and synchronicities. It's saying to ourselves, we're not alone, we haven't been left behind. We're also not Gaia. It wasn't our fault if things happen. Things happen for a reason, but sometimes things happen for no reason at all. I used to have like a mini freak out when she didn't go do it every night. Oh, bless. Don't. She's in you, man. She's in your children. She's in you. She's in the energy in the home. And, you'll find even making slight transitions, you're going to feel guilty. It's just natural, man. So, you spiritually, change is happening within the home. Okay? Change is happening within the home. You do feel a little loss at the moment. You're wanting to make decisions. There's a lot of paperwork I see coming. If you haven't dealt with it already, I see a lot of paperwork. But you spiritually, you feel out of sync. It's almost like when we see the ones, we don't feel vibrationally. We kind of feel like there's a missing limb in our life. Normal, okay? Normal at the moment. But universe, you do have all the tools. But these changes that you're wanting to make, they can be both exciting, they can be nerve-wracking, but it can mean that everything is going to be very different. This could also be a home transition. I do see the element of support around you, but I definitely some big changes. I think some of these changes, what's going to have to happen, but you're delaying. I'd say probably in the next, 4 weeks, this can be coming up. And you're going to feel, right, I've got to tackle this. This could be a conversation piece. This could be a group meeting. But I see major decisions, major decisions. I also hear you wanting to ask permission for certain things. Like you're feeling it goes to the get. It's a little bit like when we have a legacy and we want to hold that person's legacy. I hear you communicating with her where you're wanting to ask permission to make certain adjustments and changes. She's saying, where's assertive Ben? Look, there could be a lot of people around you that have opinions, and in the old days you had yours. That's what she's saying, Ben. She's like, what you want to do, okay? Because this could be family members, this could be other people, this could just be your intuition. You know what they're going to say. She's just smiling, right? And she's pretty much saying, but Ben, you always did have the backbone. You always did say what wasn't going to happen. But it's like, what do you in your world now feel is correct? Because she's saying, yes, okay, I'm part of your energy field, but this is different now. She wants you to cut the third party energy out, which is more the conflict of interest, people's opinions. It's guilt about any decision you make in your life at this point in time. Because it's almost you have made the decision, but it's like you're trying to communicate with her and you're wondering what she'll say. And she's saying, you know who you are. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to say. Don't feel you have to make everyone happy. It's okay. Okay? I hope that helps. She's spiritually there. She's spiritually there. But she's also let your aura upgrade. So first thing is I'm doing aura upgrade. You can use protective crystals. These changes also can make you feel unsettled, but also when major changes do come, it can be in circumstances, environment, the routine. Universe is pushing you onto a road and they're actually opening doors for you, and they're saying trust it because it's going to take you to a different vibration. Sometimes environments, we can get super nostalgic of it because it's where that person was, but also sometimes that directly can impact it because it's so many memories. So you're going to have to decipher the messages inside it and see what resonates for you. But she's making a very firm reference to, you are stubborn, you do have a voice, and if you need to say something, just say it or do it. Okay, she's very firm on that. That's the one thing she is majorly saying to me. You'll just go back and tell them this. Okay, I hope it helps, Ben. You can contact me later. I'm a bit busy in the arvo, but I'm usually home at 4 each day. Give me a bell. Stella! Yeah, don't feel guilty because it's a different chapter now. And she's saying take it from a different chapter. It's a different situation now. It's not the same. So it's okay to make those decisions. It's not illegal. She's not going to whoop your ass, right? Eat. Or I'll send you a bloody burger or something over. I did say to Ben last time, because we did have a chat, didn't we? And I was like, if I was there and Giggle was there, we'd be having shooters. Probably not the best spiritual advice, but shit. It's good to see you though, Ben. Have you been back on your channel or it's just been too much right now? Because trust me, hundreds of people out there would totally understand. What's coming in for you still? $1 million. Ooh, cha-cha-cha. Love. What's going on here? Did we have a surprise visitor coming? Did you say the karmic was coming? Because it's too much. We'll have to do a joint session at some point. I'll show you how the spiritual purge vent goes. I felt the same at some real horrendous points in my life, and it was quite unique how they ended up healing me. So sometimes it can be quite healing. No, I am going. I feel that, yeah, they're aware of it, but I don't know why I get a visitor. You can't wait for that. Okay, so Stella, we have, I'm hearing the term, this is really random, I'm coming home. That's probably for Ben. You were busy. You're always busy, Stella. You're a Libra. Okay, so number one, what we do have is you're feeling as though a new chapter is coming. I think there's changes with work. That could be love or other. That could be on your side or another. But there's definitely some shift with that. Vibrational change, like coming, going. You could be picking up on a lot of toxicity happening, with the karmic. This person's ascending and being a lot more, how do I put it? A lot more assertive. Are you having conflict at work, Stella? Your mother? Yeah, well, we do have the moon here. You have lots of changes. This could be an ending. It could be something happening very quickly. There is conflict. You're feeling pulled in multiple directions at the moment. I do feel this is going to be a very, very, very busy 4 months for you. Hold on to your hat, Stella. Easy 4 months, honestly. 4 months. Dramas with the karmic. I don't know why I see this plane and it's back and forward, back and forward. This could be you physically feeling in a Jupiter sense that there's comings and goings and new beginnings. There's a lot of old frequency that you may have faced. Scorpio energy has not been fun. But I feel as though there's going to be a lot of movement in your life, Stella. A lot of different things, not just one subject matter. This also could have made you feel as though you were the Mad Hatter, that you were maybe, like in a day when a person is doing so many different tasks and it's like, what was I doing? I was doing the washing. Oh, I was doing bookkeeping, gardening. It's like, it felt like the Mad Hatter, but they were wearing different hats for so many different things. This has caused a lot of conflict for you. All right. A lot of conflict. Okay. I don't think there's squabbles at home. I think this is on twin side. That's good. Yeah, no, it would have, but this is where it was at. That's what they showed me. Wearing many hats. You've been able to manage a lot. But what I see is now your management style, you got to be careful, Stella. They might actually ask you to go to a higher level of work, or maybe you're even doing more at work than you did before, but not getting more money. So just be careful with that. You're like, do I want to? Is the money worth the grind? It could even be looking at it and going, do I want to work anymore? I didn't see him for long. I feel, look, the first message they told me is there's going to be a visitation and it's going to be the karmic and twin. Okay, that's what they said. So if you've already been there and come back, I do see you may have observed an energy with them, past tense, but I definitely see this person traveling. I do. Yeah. I see them traveling. Some crap going on with the karmic and them, though. Not too good. You're probably glad it was only short. This is the energy I'm saying. So be it it's played out already. What they're saying is there's two, okay? So it will be you visually seeing them, but I see a second, which is them coming your way. I do feel the karmic wants to come. I do, however, feel you are going to observe something and it's not good. It's a juju-y feel. It's a juju-y feel. It's funky. I've got this. Karmic, toxicity, dramas. The karmic. You're actually surprised this situation has lasted as long as it has. Your life is very different, but theirs is quite, it's quite ginky, and you're like, how? I do feel, okay, one of your daughters is going to have some information for you. One I feel maybe is having a bit of dramas. The other one has some positive news coming through. But there's a brand new chapter you're moving into. Brand new chapter. What else am I seeing? Has she had good luck for you? She wants to go somewhere when I am going there. She's probably got something to tell you. I feel like your daughter's got something to tell you. I'm being shown pregnancy, Stella. Pregnancy and these don't know. Blah. Interesting. Yeah, but I'm definitely seeing a shift. She could want to communicate with you. He keeps popping up in the deck. Something big is happening with him. Something quite big. Definitely seeing two changes with your daughters. One's still being stubborn, but you know that. Your masculine, I don't know, up and up job, but I definitely see a transition with your job. Okay. All they're saying is, one, you're still having a bit of, is that the Pisces? One, you're still having a bit of silence with. One of them, though, they're making reference to a child. Is it their biological? Maybe something to do with the child, but they're definitely making reference to a child. It will be interesting for both of them over the next 3 months. Thank you, Giggle. Thank you, everyone, for joining. If you do want to come and join our super chats, come through. We will be here every week, 1 day a week. We are in the members, which I'll try and remember to put the notification up. And you can... No, wait. Who did I miss? Did I miss someone? I did, didn't I? We had an add-on. KM. Yeah, so we do have the super chats weekly. There has been a lot of confusion because sometimes people are like, oh, but we just had the live. I'm pre-recording it. I premiere it, and then I have the super chat separate so that it doesn't directly affect the algorithm, even though it probably does. But, you know, we do it this way, and then you can actually find your super chats on here. You can join it. I may start putting them into folders and hide them after a week. Or maybe even 3 days. So it could be okay. Within about 48 hours, I may start, you know, putting these in a private folder. And then if you say, hey, I can't find it, I can always send you the link. But, you know, to actually clean the YouTube platform also. Sometimes they're handy, though, because people can see the evidence of maybe the medium or the person who's doing the super chats. Okay, is KM here? No, KM's not here. She's gone to sleep. So have any of us been seeing the signs and synchronicities? KM, what's going on with you? Big changes. This could be a contract. You're frustrated to do with the circumstance at the moment. You're trying to have the confidence to address certain things. There could be some paperwork that you're needing to address. They're also making reference to your top secret information. Is this a business situation? There's a business situation here. Has it transitioned? They're also saying keep your top secret energy close. They're making reference to a previous conversation you had with them. I don't know why I'm saying gates. Gates that need to open. Yeah, gates open. I saw that. How long ago was it, Giggle? I think it was 3 months prior to union. Pretty much. Not sure. Didn't get the big contract for work, but got 3 smaller ones. Yeah, you're going to be very careful who you trust. I actually don't know why, but I'm getting a funny vibe with that previous company. I wouldn't be surprised if they do contact you back. But regardless, I do feel you're going to get a lot more, and it's for a reason. Please trust it. I do feel that things aren't going to go according to plan for them, and they may very well just call you back because I think something's going to fall through. There is a lot more money coming your way, but you're being selective of how you use it. You've got other plans, other projects. With your twin, what are they showing me here? Yeah, they're making reference to, this could be a text message. This could be a, how do I explain it? It could have been a previous letter, previous email, previous text message, but they're reading back over old communications. They're making a reference to a child at school. This could be yours, theirs. They also feel that you're very traditional. You're open-minded, but you're traditional. Subconsciously, in your calm state, you know at some point this person is going to reach out, but it doesn't make it any easier. There is a possibility they're showing reference to Venus retrograde here, which is the Leo energy, the strength, and them actually communicating with you. So, yeah, you ultimately know. At times you do bounce into, have they met someone? Is something there? And it does make you tense. But ultimately, they're saying no. They're single. Yeah. They're saying they're single. It's just the sheer frustration. You're moving through it. You can't wait to get the show on the road in life, point blank zero, to keep you occupied. You find that it tends to give you balance and harmony. It's not that, a woman can live on bread alone, but it's something that has worked for you at this point, and so you're just wanting to get back into it. Yeah. There is another energy here, but again, you might have had thoughts of the past. This could have been of a person, but it's you really know what you want. It's not that you're not open to connections, but you're quite goal orientated. They at times felt that you could have moved on to another person, but you hadn't. At times you feel they're having so much fun and they're not experiencing any ascension. Come on, all of us have felt that. All of us. Yeah, because there was some crap going on with the, somebody pinching your contract. It's not going to be very stable, though, so I think it's still going to go in your favor. But the assertiveness, if it was you that reached out, if you that, jumped in the deep end, I really feel you needed that new chapter. So by addressing it and having that information coming in, it's actually opening the door for you. I don't think the individual that is doing it is going to do a very good job. It might have been like maybe good on budget, but not necessarily good on product. Just making reference point. But yeah, you at times think they're having the world of fun while you're in the 3D doing the hard yards. Let's get a communication card and what I see coming through. Could there been jealousy that comes up? Yeah. But even if we were on a holiday, would we enjoy it? Sometimes I think we're so masculine, us stubborn feminines. What do we see for communication? Oh, that bounced out. They reckon. Okay, I'm seeing the color of the sky they're showing me is, it does feel like it feels like a spring day, change of season. But the temperature's warm. It's not hot. It's warm. What's the temperature like where you are at the moment? Off your anxiety. Yeah, sending out an SOS. Look, Venus retrograde is a huge time for reconnections. Yeah, you don't want drama. You're like, I don't want drama. Let's get a Mercury card. And I will pull a tarot over it. A chakra card, rather. So it's warmer because it doesn't feel like it's sweltering heat. That's the time frame. I'm seeing a romantic liaison occurring. They're showing me near the water, but they're also showing me it's sort of like as the sun's going down. They're making reference to as soon as you feel stable in your foundation, you're going to have. He is a pilot, so he travels and sails. Well, it's literally, it looks like a sunset. I can see the water. It could be on a boat, or it feels like it's in a dock. I'm seeing there were some locations that they wanted to travel with you. But this is dinner. It's like having dinner. Yeah, he's communicating with you. Is he in a better space? I would say so. We have the grounding energy. Does he have any Aries in his chart? All that red coming through. I feel between now, look, his vibration personally, it feels more grounded than it has before. It feels more open. Leo. Where does he have Aries in the chart? He's definitely got Aries there. Oh, yet again, Venus retrograde in Leo, but that's a personal change. I do feel we've got a 6 here, so there can be health. But spiritually, with the 2 cards that came out, like you're requiring him to just work it out. He is quite a logical person, but I just feel he's more grounded. It feels very open. July the 30th. Need time in that. So what I do see is a potential where the person is more open. What they're showing to me is if you once that your energy with your work, when you're getting that vibration, when you're moving into it and you're feeling more grounded, I physically feel communication coming in. Okay, my love, I'll love you and leave you. I have to go back to work now on my other job. And go and eat first. And Ben, go and bloody eat. Carrie, eat. I love you all. And I will see you all very soon.